Hey guys, and welcome to what is going to be the first episode of a podcast with Senseless Gaming. In the background here we have some Darkest Dungeon gameplay going. I don't know if we're going to be talking for the entire length of the video, or of the gameplay rather, because I kind of went overboard. I didn't realize how much I recorded. And I have 2 hours of footage here. But in case we don't talk for an entire 2 hours, just know that we beat a weird necromancer boss and a lot of our people died. Probably Darkest Dungeon episodes are going to be coming back again, because it got an update, it's harder, it's a lot more fun. Yeah. And also, you guys should all, whoever is watching, head over to Senseless's channel, because he's been not feeling good, and do all the supporting things of him. Yeah, stuff. Okay. I will see all you guys when we get back with Senseless. Hope you all enjoy. Hello guys, and welcome to the first episode of the Fantastically Nonsensical podcast.
Yeah, guys, here we'll be talking 40 minutes to an hour. We have questions for each other, and eventually we'll get into like the comment section if people want to answer that. And we'll talk about like general stuff and like philosophical stuff, anything like this. And we will have gameplay over this. I'm currently on Kerbal Space Program. I think Jonathan's on Darkest Dungeons.
Indeed.
So, yeah, we will get into it. And if you wanna go first, or
Yeah, sure. We'll start off with kind of a silly-ish one.
okay.
So, there was a movie that came out on YouTube the other day.
Okay.
It's a 30-minute movie. It's called Kung Fury, but it was supported entirely by Kickstarter.
Okay.
It's actually, it's like 80s action movie stereotypes, and it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
What do you think about like YouTubers getting? Well, I don't know if he actually started out as a YouTuber, but like the guy who made it and everything. What do you think about them getting Kickstarter backups for their movies and that?
What do I think about it?
Or just like any production?
Okay, like Kickstarter always does like stupid shit. Like you can basically, I saw one time on Kickstarter a guy was making like a zombie thing, but he was 13 years old, and he said he only needs like $4,000 for it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
because it's crowd raised and online, he doesn't have to give any of that back. And I mean, I like people being optimistic, but I don't like if they get nothing back in return. I think it's kind of iffy for the people. But if your man, you said he made the movie good.
Yeah, it was actually pretty well done for being a 30-minute movie completely off a Kickstarter.
All right, yeah, I mean, 100%. Like if he put time and effort into it, he just didn't like sit there and get money and then like just got the money and decided that he wasn't feeling it anymore. He just bailed. Like I don't know. Or if it came out bad and I don't know. He didn't try again or anything. But.
Yeah, because like Kickstarter, it's kind of been notoriously known for people posting their ads for like ridiculous things and then just taking money and leaving. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. I had an example of this, but I can't remember it now. But someone was like, it was along the same lines of ridiculousness as like creating holy water.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, people backed you up, okay. But yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Kickstarter is good for some things, but like even South Park got around to making fun of it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it was fucking. You see that one, the Washington Redskins, go fund yourself.
It's still on my guy.
That was all from all Swaggy Swook from.
Hold on, one sec.
Okay. I'm gonna talk away because he's obviously messing around with people, and it's chill. We're just talking. It'll just fucking about, so it doesn't honestly matter. But
Okay, I'm back with
alright.
cookies. Your turn for a topic.
Okay. Okay. Here, I'm gonna open up my book here. I would.
Nom, nom.
My book, dude. I was thinking about some of these. Let me see. One was it was a personal question. It's like you're goth. You know the way you're kind of goth and you wear black and everything and such. Wait, when do you feel like you wouldn't, you're not gonna be so hardcore about it? Like, will you be 30 and still rocking with it, or will you just like slowly fade away from being?
I probably wouldn't be so hardcore like with the eyeliner and everything, but I don't know. I'll probably dress pretty dark colors for the rest of my life. But yeah, I'd probably fade away from the makeup and that.
No, but like, I wouldn't want you any other way, Jonathan. You know, and I like fucking with you now, but like, yeah, I couldn't see you. Like, I've seen when you were in like junior high and younger years. I've seen you with the brown hair, and I don't know. I couldn't imagine it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever go to like the blue jeans and that, but I probably won't be as hardcore.
All right. I mean, okay.
So
Seems legit.
yeah. My turn, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's about YouTube.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's more about like the more popular YouTubers and what they do with their videos. Like PewDiePie, for instance, everyone, as soon as Telltale started releasing their story-driven games, everyone started releasing videos about them around the same time, like the first day or the second day after they came out.
Yeah.
But recently I noticed like huge channels, PewDiePie being the biggest, he waits almost like 4 days to a week. And it could be anything, but I would think he does that just so like smaller channels have a chance for their videos to get viewed before he releases his. What do you think about that? Like the big channels waiting or not waiting to put out their what's going to be some of the more popular videos?
I feel it's very noble of him. I really do, to give other people a greater chance, because as soon as he puts it up, that's what's that, a million views on that, 2 million, like at least, and that's like smaller channels would need some of that views to even grow, and I mean, I appreciate people just waiting a little day so people that really are into the game will go and see the little channels that have bought the game specifically for some of the views and that want to be big on YouTube, but it don't get the views if some of the more popular ones do it this straight out of the day and just wasted their money almost, but me. Then again, he's a YouTuber, and that's what he does as his job. So it's honestly his choice, because if he puts that out straight away, more people are gonna watch him, and he'd make more money off it. And
Well, like I think it's pretty fair for not really fair, but I think it's fine that they wait a couple days, because the larger YouTubers, they're going to get views no matter what, because their fans and just people who don't like them or like to hate on them will immediately pounce on videos.
Yeah.
So it'll just generate views no matter when they upload it.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. So, do you prefer them doing that? Like,
Well, cookies. It depends on like, if it's a channel that's like say if Cryotic were ever to get big, if it's a channel like him where he's big because of those story-driven games, then yeah, it'd be fine because obviously that's what he plays.
Yeah.
Like yeah, Cryotic or the Rad Brad, stuff like that.
Yes.
But if it's channels like PewDiePie or Jacksepticeye or Gold Glove, I would I'd say I'd prefer them to wait a bit and just give like the smaller channels a chance to get their videos out there and at least some views.
Yeah. Yeah, so I get what you're saying. So like Jacksepticeye is not, we wouldn't think of the guy doing the story-based kind of cam kind of thing. You just listen to him for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get where you come from. Yeah. All right. That was good. That was a good discussion. Right. Where do you, what do you think the future of gaming is gonna be? Because there is the Oculus Rift that is out and it's almost available for commercial use now, and they are coming up with, the Kinect is kind of being more advanced, so it'll be basically the controller and maybe even this type of YouTubing will die out, or it may not. What do you think about it?
Well, I think I'm gonna compare it to SAO, an anime, Sword Art Online.
Okay.
I would say if it ever got to the point where like it is full virtual reality, I would say getting an audience would be a lot harder because more people would be playing.
Yeah.
And I would also say recording would be a lot harder because you wouldn't be able, well, like you would, but it'd be a lot harder to monitor how your recording's going if you have to be using your entire body.
Okay. Yeah, interaction as well. Yeah, I like that point. Because an awful lot of people do just watch people play games, and it's just why kind of YouTubers get so big. Because I don't know, they games probably people don't feel into, and but would rather someone edit it for a while and then just play it and make funny commentary and make the game fun.
Yeah. And the other thing is I've heard just YouTubers or just from reviews and that the newest Oculus version of the Oculus Rift is hard to record with.
That was it.
I've heard there are like problems with its recording and just not functioning properly.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I suppose that. I mean, that's still okay. Yeah.
Like it's avoidable, but it's just there. It's there.
Yeah. Okay. That was a short question.
Let me see what I got here. Nom, nom, nom. So mine's kind of related to that, but like, where to go here? Mine is, what do you think the next big genre of like gaming will be? For a while, it was all first-person shooter gameplays, and that became a big thing.
Yeah.
Then it kind of transitioned into like Minecraft and sandboxes.
Mm-hmm.
And then into the story-driven games where Rad Brad, Cryotic, they all popped up. And then right now it's just kind of who can find the most broken and glitchy game.
Yeah.
What do you think? Well, and it was even horror for a little bit too, but what do you think the next genre of YouTube gaming will be?
I have honestly no real concept of it because it went from sandbox or first person shooters to sandbox. I think first person shooters are coming back because a lot of people are getting into the CS:GO now. Maybe just even if they do case openings, but that's kind of getting big again. But yeah, mainly it's just indie games and just broken games that like Goat Simulator and kind of random stuff like that like more.
Yeah, that's another point that you just made me think of there. What do you think about games being made to be broken? They're purposely broken.
I don't know. Like I think Goat Simulator is a one-off because it kind of saw how uh, people develop games and they come out bad, and I think that was trying to touch on making fun of people like that, uh, or not making fun of, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I feel that that was a one-off, but I don't think it should actually turn into a genre where they try to make the most broken games or like. I feel the whole point of it being funny because it's broken is because they wanted it to be right. Like they thought their thing, they thought their design of this game or their programming would turn out, and it didn't, and so it comes out broken, and some mechanics aren't as they should be, and people like that, and uh, I think it's funny in general because of that, you know.
Yeah.
But people just going out and just writing like messed up code or like Goat Simulator. If you walk into a wall, it's head glitches, but you walk into it again, it does the same thing. I mean that's really repetition, and I don't know. I don't think it should be or I don't enjoy people playing it, doing it, because Goat Simulator has come out with the new DLC.
Yeah.
Zombie,
Yeah.
and I don't know about that, but I've nothing really more to say.
Okie dokie.
Here, a question for you. Okay, kind of another personal one as well. What sort of like dreams that have you been having? Like dreams that not like ones that you remember but aren't like are don't have to be weird, but you just remember and you don't know why you had it.
Well, this actually works. I don't know why I had this one. It was just this today before I woke up. But in my dream, let me see here what happened. It started off with me, it was like, have you ever seen, what's the name of that show? The Amazing Race. Have you ever seen that? Or heard of it?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Well, it was like that, but deadly.
Okay.
and it was pretty much that, but deadly. And then it ended with me in this ginormous, I don't even know how I got there, in this ginormous ballroom with some rich guy. And then and then he was just like, I'm gonna go get changed into my suit because I love suits. And he's like, okay. And then I woke up, and I have no idea what that could mean or what. Yeah, it's just completely beyond me. No idea.
All right. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna say one that I have that I don't know why I had it, but it's kind of, I don't know. I think I'm a little bit messed up, you know. But it was recently. It was about 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm not too sure why I had this dream. But I fell asleep at like a normal fucking time. I'm not too sure. Like fucking, it might have been a bit late, but I had a fucking dream about like a fucking like an abduction and then a rape torture, and like I have no idea where it came from, and like it just stuck in my mind, and I was the detective of it, but I couldn't like find the guy that's doing this or like find him any evidence, and you know, it was the one of the lines that like this guy said to me, like one of these police officers or detectives said, because one of the someone had been abducted, and obviously in my dream,
Yeah.
and then he just one of them said, well, there's no I had it fucking written down or something. He said, like, this is all my mind. It's all like he died a very slow and painful death. He was cut up and tortured and raped, and I'm like, I was like, and then I was distraught, and he came over because he was like the chief detective. He was showing me the evidence, and it was really messed up because it was like this driveway, and the person wasn't here. They just said he was abducted and they found the body. But here's where he was abducted from, and there was a gravel path into the driveway, and there was like scratch marks of someone trying to grab the ground like all the way down, and they were being like taken, and that I woke up then after he had told me, and I was really confused, and it was just I don't know what it means or like.
I have music going in the background right now, and it's like this Halloween. It's like this Halloween piano organ with some like wolf howling in the background every once and again. It's like a scary story you're telling right now. It's so perfect. But anyways, yeah, that is pretty weird. I've had dreams like that.
Really?
Not like that, but have you ever had have you ever seen any of the Silent Hill movies?
Yeah. Oh, I have a good topic after this. Yeah, I've seen one of the Silent Hill movies. Yeah.
So like when the town transitions over to like the nightmarish thing and everyone's chopping each other up and whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of had a dream like that, but in the dream this was ages ago, like I think a year and a half ago. But I actually used to it was weird because like I got the exact dream pretty often, and then it just stopped about a year and a half ago. Anyways, but I was like, it was in the nightmarish town of Silent Hill kind of setting, and like
Yeah.
this actually worked. I was kind of like a mixture of the two naked twins and the cannibal from Outlast.
Oh yeah.
Except I wasn't naked like both of them. I had clothes on. But yeah, like those were my kind of mannerisms. I was just kind of like, it was like those two and Jason. I just kind of sauntered towards people and then, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was. I used to have it quite a bit and then it just kind of stopped. But yeah, okay. What's this topic you got now?
Okay. Silent Hill may not be dead. Did you hear that the PlayStation company had started to discontinue it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, but Xbox have now like looked at a deal for Silent Hill to buy the whole franchise, and they said, and it was in the working, and a lot of people were talking about it, and because the next E3 is coming up, people were just wondering, has like Xbox saved Silent Hill, and is this a good thing that Xbox has it, or will it just kind of ruin the franchise?
Well, are they still going to be using the same, I don't know his name, but like the same producer? Are they still using the same guy?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, because no, he didn't want to make another one, and then PlayStation.
Yeah, I heard it was the producer that didn't want to continue it. So,
Yeah.
if they're not using the same producer, I don't know. The biggest thing I think it's going to spark is like if it does turn out good, it's just going to be well, Xbox is better now. We saved your franchise that you let die off. But yeah, if they don't use the same producer, that's like 50-50 if they're actually going to do good with it.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Cookies.
Dude, I'm fucking sick. I'm just like hovering this plane right here.
So, my question now is kind of about your channel.
Okay.
What kind of channel do you see yourself as now, and what kind of channel do you think you'll be in the future? Do you want to be in the future?
I see myself. I wanted to do a mix match of every game, so I had a range of audience starting out. But I'm not overly sure what I am now. I because I do so much stuff, I'm hoping people will just like it because of me or what I talk about or my opinion or whatever. Not really the games that I produce. But as I grow, I do want to put a lot more effort into it. I want to put maybe I'm talking about it, but the editing software I really want to get. I want to get a good one of those and maybe spend an hour on each video editing, like maybe a little less, but just getting my standard of quality up, and maybe do some sort of maybe something like FaZe Jeb. You know him?
I actually don't think I do.
Okay, he's a guy that he just he no one really watches his content, but he has a face cam up in the camera and he talks about random shit and just like sometimes does like horror games or actually actual games. So I kind of feel like I want to be a little like that, where people don't care what game I'm playing most of the time, just that I'm just kind of talking about shit and just being funny when I'm doing it.
Yeah. Well, that brings up a point, like, for the audience, like, sometimes I get just friends that I know in real life. I'm sure you might have got comments, maybe not, because people aren't really big to hate on the little channels, but things that viewers have to realize is this isn't a full-time job for us. This isn't even really a job for us
No,
right now.
it's
Like, this
fucking-
doesn't bring in any income, so we're doing... If we miss, like, a week or a few days, even if we're not, there's no reason we miss it, it's just because this doesn't generate income for us, so we can't bring out hours of our day to make sure we get videos out.
Yeah, that's true. And honestly, the income, the revenue that we kind of sort of make is pennies. It's like if we were working in fucking sweatshops in Africa, then we would make money like that.
Yeah, so we can't, like, obviously people need content and we get that, but we can't just bring out hours of our day to make sure we get videos out on a schedule.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I have a schedule and I do try to upload on that schedule whenever I can, but lately I've just been uploading, like, whenever, if I have anything recorded.
Yeah, or even if you're feeling in the mood. Like I haven't been feeling like anything, and if I don't like feel shit, like if I don't want to, that's why this idea of a podcast came up, even just because I wasn't really feeling games, so and I kind of enjoy talking to Jonathan here, so just this is kind of a break for something what we do. And yeah, as more the point you're bringing is it's not a full-time job, or it's not a job at all. So yeah.
Yeah, like, until it doesn't even have to be a full-time job, because full-time, if it was full-time, then we could obviously put time into it, but it's not even part-time right now, so there's really no incentive to take hours out of our day to record and edit and make sure everything works properly. Like, obviously we upload because we enjoy it, but there's no extra incentive for us to make sure we get videos out regularly.
Of course. And bringing the point up, like I think, going back to your question, I think I would rather be like Frankie, where he's a lawyer, and he does YouTube like part time and everything, but still he makes, I'd say, because he's almost like 2 million subscribers, he could make that his full-time job if he wanted to. But he obviously went and got his degree in was it law degree? I'm not even too sure, but yeah, he just went and worked hard, and he obviously doesn't want to be a YouTuber because he knows it's not a stable career, or he just doesn't. He worked hard and he just wants to be a lawyer, and YouTube is just a hobby for him, which I kind of want as well.
Yeah, I was actually just about to talk about that. I was gonna say, like, YouTube, it would, for me, it's kind of like, yeah, I want to do it and actually make money off of it, because that's just a bonus to being able to upload. But I think people, like, there's a lot of vloggers, what's his name? There's a really young vlogger. He's associated in with why can't I think of his name? Anyways, there's a lot of, like, vlogger channels in that who have never even had jobs, like, they have no experience even.
Yeah.
So if YouTube or Google was ever to come into troubles and you could no longer, like, say even a lawsuit or something,
Yeah.
and you weren't able to monetize YouTube videos anymore, they're going to be like 20, 30 years old without ever having even had a job.
Yeah.
So that just doesn't seem
Yeah,
like smart.
Coming up, like KSI, I'm pretty sure hasn't had a job, and what he has a Lambo and a fucking penthouse apartment in London, and they're not cheap. So as soon as something happens to like that, he's absolutely screwed with all his he'll have to sell all that, and he'll have to go back, probably live with his parents and everything, you know.
That's the other, yeah, like, that's, to bring up PewDiePie again, that's why I think, like, yeah, he makes a lot of money off of it, but if you listen to PewDiePie in his commentary, you wouldn't know that he makes a lot of money.
No.
Like, the only thing I've really seen in any of his videos that looks like it would cost anything is his apartment.
Yeah.
Everything.
Or his house, even, isn't it? There's a house in Bristol.
Oh yeah, that, like, just basically his places he lives reflect that he makes more than average. Everything else, you'd think he's making an average amount of money.
Yeah, because he doesn't flash it. He's very humble about it.
Which I think is smart, though, because if YouTube were ever just to fall, and or not fall, but YouTube will never fall, but if you weren't able to monetize, or the gaming side of YouTube didn't bring in views anymore, he would have so much to live off of, and he has his master's in engineering or whatever.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
so he'd have enough to live off of until he could get probably an equal, well, not equal, but well enough paying job to support how he lives right now.
100%. Yeah, and I'm glad I think he's just doing the money he does make. I think he's just going to living, and he does an awful lot for like charities and everything like that. But also, he doesn't flash all the money he has as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like KSI fucking. I'm not into KSI anymore. Not overly. Just you know, he advertises everything he does, and I feel like obviously he's young and he can does what he wants because it's secure right now. But you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't like the way he's so kind of cocky about it, and like he's writing a book, and obviously he can't even speak in a lot of his videos, so his English grammar will not be too great in this video, and people will buy it because it's his because of him and like what he does on YouTube. I mean, bringing him more money and stuff.
Yeah, like, my biggest problem with it is, or not problem, but like, the biggest example of it is Syndicate. The Syndicate Project. I've been watching the Syndicate Project for ages, like ever since like his first the Minecraft Project episodes.
Mm-hmm. And the World of War that are zombies.
Yeah, like, well, he was still at working his like restaurant job, his fast food job.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's gotten really big, and I don't, like, his content is good in that. It's nothing about his content. It's just like he went and he built his own house with the money, and like, it's not a cheap house. Like, this is someone who makes a lot of money's house.
Yeah.
If he were to ever lose the YouTube job, I don't think he would be able to pay for that house, and I don't know what his like, if he has his master's or anything, because currently I don't think he's ever actually talked about his education and that, but I don't think he'd be able to support that house if he ever lost his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. What I like is the way, like, who are doing it. I like, you know, the Creature Hub, but that's really
Yeah.
But how they've all kind of gone off and purchased a floor of an office building together and just set up their gaming stuff all in there and just fuck about as a group doing that, and they're probably their own little, like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone's house, but like the one, or actually maybe I've seen like Nova's, but his looks like an apartment, kind of like a casual kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I don't know.
Like, it's not like Tom, he's done a lot of charity work, and like, he's not a bad YouTuber. I'm just saying, if his YouTube channel was ever to get deleted or whatever, and he wasn't able to do it anymore, or like I said, its monetization is no longer available for YouTube videos, I just don't think he'd be able to support that house he built for himself. And I think his sister lives there as well.
Which is again kind of worse, yeah. Um, what was I gonna say? I've lost it now. But yeah, no, yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Your turn for a topic. That was a long one.
And that's what podcasts are for, man. we do the big topics. We enjoy them.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pause my fucking cover space program 1 second. I'm doing a launch. Where do you see yourself in kind of like 5 years if YouTube works out and if YouTube doesn't work out? What do you think you'll be doing? And I know me and you have talked personally kind of about this, but what would you say openly now that you've kind of done a year of high school and everything else?
Well, if it does work out, I think I would still go for a job either in retail or in the industrial food.
Yeah. Okay.
And then because both of those, they wouldn't, like, you know me, I'm a night person. I'm up
Yeah.
however many hours a night, and then can still have energy most of the time in the morning. And both of the, well, if I was to go into industrial foods, it would be, everything would be done in the morning, like recording and everything like that. And then uploading would be at night because I would be at my job.
Yeah.
And retail would be most like the opposite. It would be closer to the night.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything would be done at night and just upload in the morning, which isn't really a problem. Like, it's just routine. It would get into, I'd just get into the routine, like I just said. And then if YouTube didn't work out, I'd probably do the same career, like the same two careers.
Yeah.
But my overall like goal, just for any job, whether it's YouTube or whatever, is just to move like out of huge cities.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was talking to you that before, like how I wanted to go to Ireland.
Yeah. Or England or whatever. Yeah.
Or whatever, yeah. But mainly it's just Ireland because of like the fields, and it's like, I know obviously there's places like Dublin and that aren't, they're like cities anywhere. But yeah, that's like kind of my goal. I want to live closer out into a more rural area. Yeah, that's just me.
Yeah. No, I understand. I would do probably an urban because I've experience with Ireland and you fucking barely get good internet when you're in the cities. But you know, yeah. But I understand what you're getting at. Yeah, I'd probably go for something like that as well, cause or or maybe I honestly don't really know.
Yeah, like I don't really have a problem living with the city. It really just depends on my job, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because I like being in big cities too.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just think I would prefer living out in a more rural area.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's I can get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that me or was that you that asked that?
That was you.
Okay.
I'll just ask the same question though. What about you? What about you if YouTube does or doesn't work?
I think it's going to be the same in the outcome because YouTube, I don't want it as a full-time job. It's great. It's honestly great, the opportunities that you can get making YouTube your full-time job. But I feel like I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like to sit at home and maybe like spend it. Like you see some of these YouTubers that stay home for hours on end or hardly get out. And just spend their time like editing and just uploading and stuff. I mean, they have like if you made it big, like I said, obviously you have the money, but a lot of the time you wouldn't have the social life, or you wouldn't have anything else after that.
Well, like, I'm pretty sure you're the same with me. Like, when we say we don't want to have it as our full-time job, that doesn't mean we want to stay a tiny channel. When we say we don't want it as a full-time job, we just don't want to be putting 12, 14 hours a day into YouTube. we still want to make good content and that, but we do it just to like cheer people up or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's why I kind of got into it, because like just to for some people English just for some for people to have something to watch or just listen to like whenever they need it. And not being, if it was part time or even just for fun, being big doesn't mean you have to be full time. It obviously helps because you have more time and people might like your videos more, but depending on like the type of channel you are, you can still make and edit good videos while only being part time. And still get big and reach out to a lot of people.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like I don't know what I want my career to be. I feel like either like a pilot or an engineer. Like the typical YouTubers that always have engineering degrees, but you know. Yeah, I would do that even if YouTube if YouTube went good for me. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. My question.
Yep.
Fuck, I need my drink. Where is it?
Oh, good.
Good McDonald's there. Sponsor. Do you feel ever like overly stressed or like with your schoolwork or with life or like
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever really feel stressed about it, but like, sometimes I get frustrated with either people or just how something works. Because like, it doesn't work the way I think it should work, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, what's an example I can provide of this? I don't even have an example to provide of this, but like, yeah, just I don't really get stressed about anything. I just sometimes get frustrated with people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go? Cause
Actually, if we're out of questions, that was about 40 minutes.
was it actually?
Yeah.
I mean, I have another one about drugs, but no one wants to listen to that. All right.
We can either end it now or you can ask that.
Honestly, no. I think we'll end it on like that.
Okie
There's
dokie.
Nothing really else, really.
Okie dokie. Well, that has been the first episode of the Fantastically Nonsensical podcast.
Yeah, and obviously you don't have to watch the gameplay. Like a lot of stuff that I do, if I watch the Rooster Teeth's fucking podcast, I'd be playing a game and listening to it, or listening to like a stupid shit like Gavin has to say to that guy. But yeah, guys, if you didn't enjoy it and you're just like, sitting chilling, you know, whatever, you know what I mean. I see you, you know, but you're better at ending shit. Go for it.
Yeah, that's been it for this episode of our podcast, guys. We hope you all enjoy just listening to us talk about whatever, and we hope we forgot to say when this is going to be going up. Let's say every Sunday we upload it.
Every Sunday, yeah. Why not?
Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a weekly thing, guys, every Sunday. As long as we aren't like dead.
Yeah. As long as we don't die or something, yeah.
Yeah, like every Sunday, and yeah, we hope you guys will tune in for the next one. Fare thee well.
Brush your hair.